the idea of business design, the idea that when you are developing a new business, you're actually designing something. Same way, to some extent, like you design a product, you're actually designing a business, and that's what makes corporate entrepreneurship different than other way people think about innovation ordinarily as a product or service type of phenomenon. First, start with a question: Why do we believe that small companies are more innovative than large companies?
Less barriers.
Less barriers, right?
Less red tape.
They get more growth.
Right. Smaller base to start from, right?
No safety platform.
Right. Got everything at risk.
People tend to be more cross-functional, so they
Right.
more knowledge.
Not siloed. Right. Yeah.
We think of them as more as assemblage of individuals rather than bureaucrats.
Okay, so another version of that.
They don't need to be for survival when you get started.
Okay. Okay, but now answer the question I actually asked. Why do we believe that companies?
But you measured it and proved it.
I hope. Well, why do you believe it? What did you do? Well, why in general? If you ask people about innovation and such, they think, oh yeah, startup companies. Startups are the ones who do new business creation.
Because we're always, as a public, we're always fed the line that entrepreneurs are innovators.
Right.
You don't usually hear that. You don't usually hear people say, "Yeah, the corporate guys are real innovative," over at P&G or something. And entrepreneurs are, typically, that's another way to look at an entrepreneur as an innovator.
Sure.
Comes up with something and he grows it. So,
exactly.
And it's always a small company growing into a big company.
Yeah.
So that's.
A lot of things that start people in garage, and then they keep on going further.
Usually I think the public thinks of innovation as a disruptive innovation rather than the other types that can exist. And so I think if you ask the general public, which may or may not be knowledgeable, that they will say that small companies are more innovative than large companies.
Okay. You would comment?
I think they discount the vast majority of small companies, which, let's say they're in hard goods, are maybe in old industrial parks. They've been there 30 years and grinding out the same widgets and so forth. They aren't necessarily in the Bailey what we're talking about, but people tend to have a natural built-in filter and look at those Silicon Valley places and all that.
Sure. Those are the sexy ones, right?
Yeah.
And first of all, there's a survivorship bias, right? You only hear about the startup companies that succeed, right? The 10 that didn't succeed for everyone that did just disappear, and they don't make it into the news. And then, right, also it's news, right? When a company gets $1 billion in revenue. I mean, if IBM gets an extra $1 billion in revenue from generating new business, well, maybe someone may report on it, but it's not. It doesn't seem like it's moving the needle in the same way. So there's this bias in what we see in the market, and also when you're with big companies, it's what may be a really stunning amount of value creation can get lost in a large corporation.